Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lined up, but first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today is still in the 70s. It's calling for 71 and a low of 46. Now, it's going to start getting cooler. We've got some northwest wind blowing down. Water temperature is at 64 degrees. River readings, take a look at the river readings. They're looking in, like we talked about yesterday, they're about to, they dropped on out, about to get better. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown is steadily dropping down and getting back to where it was, but right now it's reading a 5.1. And that's a good river reading. Between 4 and 6 foot is good down at Apalachicola. The Choctaw at Caryville, it's still dropping out pretty fast. Going to drop on out, about level off today at a 6.6. So the rivers, after about 3 or 4 days of really moving around a lot, about settle back down. And for the weekend, the river fishing is going to look good. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery, looking at a low tide at 6:54 and a high tide at 8:54. Incoming tide all day today, and a really good strong tide. And our marine forecast will be northwest at about 10. Let's take our break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and welcome to our guest, Ronnie Groom.
Good morning, buddy. How you doing?
All right. Every time I see Ronnie this time of year, I think about Santa Claus, because you got all kinds of stuff.
We got the stuff for people, buddy. That's no joke.
But we were talking about fishing and hunting and all before we come on the air, and you were talking about, yesterday I showed those pompano called the county pier were limited out, but and you said you heard some good fishing reports.
Oh yeah, we're getting good reports in the store. My grandson caught a nice string of bass down at the river the other day. Yeah. So it's time to go. The river's right now, and it's time to go fishing and hunting.
Well, the good thing about the river, it rose up, last week with all that rain, rose up, then it dropped out. When it dropped out, it rises up in that swamp and brings all those critters and all that.
That's
there.
right.
And those feet, those fish go feeding frenzy.
It'll refresh those little creeks, that run in, and it's really a good time to go.
Yep, good time. All right, now listen, I don't know how many more days we got to Christmas. It ain't many.
Not many. It's getting here, buddy.
And every year, I guess since I can remember, we'd always run down to C&G at the last minute and get a few things. But always usually buy stuff ahead of time, but always
something last minute.
Run down there. So what all we got?
Well, I thought I'd bring a few sort of stocking stuffer things in today. It's time. We're fixing to get some really cold weather now, so it's time to get warm. And we carry a good supply of little things, little stocking stuffers like these hats for youngsters and hunters like these. These little things right here will keep you warm.
Yes.
They're made by Wigwam, and they're really good quality. And we've got all styles of these things. We got them, like kids go to school, they can wear these and really keep their neck and their head warm. And for the hunters, we just carry all kind of things for the hunters. Here's a cap with a front on it, and it's really warm.
Is there a mask on? Okay, it's a mask and cap all together.
Yeah, it's all together. You just put it. The mask comes down front of your face.
And a tree stand, you can't get any better than that. Yeah.
And this has been a favorite for years and years. This is the thing. It comes down all the way down over your neck, and it's really warm. And the longer you can sit in the stand, the more successful you're going to be. And if you can stay warm and comfortable, you're going to stay there longer and be more successful.
Well, one of the hardest things I had to always explain to young people, I said, you don't get cold, you lose heat.
That's right.
And that's the thing about that.
Keep it in.
And you should keep it in, and especially the top of your head is where you lose a lot of heat.
Right, always wear a hat or something on there.
And then young people a lot of times don't comprehend that, but that's so true.
One of the best things we can use now is these hot hands and toe warmers. These, they'll last up to 7 hours. You just open them up and shake them a little bit, and boy, those things, you can put one in your pocket, or, I like to take it. My ears get cold and rub my ears, put it up there, it warms you up. It's really a good thing, and you can put these toe warmers in the front of your shoes or your boots, and they keep your feet warm.
I started using those several years back. I was a little apprehensive to it. I wasn't really sold on them until I started using them. And because your feet, they do get cold.
I had a good friend came in this week. He's going to Missouri hunting.
Yeah.
He bought $70 worth of these. He said he was going to stay warm.
Well, and that's the thing about it. We're talking about sitting in a tree stand, and a lot of times the deer are moving really in that coldest weather.
Yeah.
And the longer you can stay in there, the better chance you got.
And like you said, your head and your neck.
Uh-huh.
We have these neck gaiters that you put around your neck. Keeps anything that's exposed is going to get cold. Another thing is your feet. You've got to have good boots or shoes to keep your feet warm, and that's really important. Okay, another good stocking stuffer is knives or camp saws like this Browning saw right here. It's really sharp, and I always carry it. It has a little pouch in the back that you can put on your belt. It folds up, and we carry different sizes of these, but they're very handy because you always got to cut something if you're gonna make a blind or something. So knives and saws like this are very good stocking stuffers, and a hunter really needs them. I carry one everywhere I go because once you fold it up, it's really compact and it works so good. And they've got the quality of these down now really good, so they really cut.
And they'll cut so good with a blade and all.
Yeah. And another good thing for stocking stuffers are calls, deer calls, and scents, that kind of thing. And this is an extinguisher. This is, as far as I know, probably about the newest one on the market. And it's the best one I've ever seen. And Lord knows we've been through a lot of them. And we carry a lot of different ones. But this one has a little reed thing that you move up and down, and you can just imitate any call with it.
Okay, so we get more and more of these now, aren't we? I mean, people are coming out with these.
Yeah, and they're improving them too. They're more realistic, and it's really a good thing. One thing we missed a while ago was talking about boots is socks. We carry, we got it for women and for men, and that's true in all our clothing down there. We carry stuff for women and men. But you keep your feet warm, wear some good socks, makes it a lot more comfortable, and you'll be more successful. Another thing we carry is the Yeti stuff. We have all the Yeti stuff, and that's always a item in demand. And you notice we have these handles right here now too. This is in FSU colors, and we have the handles, and these are great things to carry with you. That thing, this time of year full of hot chocolate, is a good thing.
It's real good on a tree stand.
Or coffee. Yeah. And we carry all kind of little things like cups. We have Florida and Alabama and Florida State. Cups like this, always a good gift. People appreciate stuff like this.
It always tastes better if you're coming out of your favorite school, too.
That's right,
That's true.
Unless they lose.
Let's take a quick break. We got a lot more stuff. We're going to talk about some hunting, too. So let's take a quick break, and we'll come right back. All right, okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Talking about anyway, let's talk about the early years. Talking about C&G Sporting Goods. You know how I love history and our heritage and all. And I know we're talking about time. Your store times are 8:30 to 5:30.
Right.
And I thought for some reason y'all close early on Saturday, but y'all stay open on Saturday.
Right, we stay open to 5:30.
Always closed on Sunday.
Right.
That's good. Now, Saturday afternoon, I'd hate to have to work on Saturday afternoon, that shift, but you used to, didn't you?
I used to, but I don't now.
But, it's talking about building a business, a small business like that. A lot of times you work 6 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
Many years.
When we were going, getting started, we worked 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we'd go down and do engraving on Sunday afternoon or something.
Yeah.
Have to get caught up. But it was fun, and we endured.
Well, what you did, you built a reputation as somebody we can depend on to go down there and just get something we want and we need.
That's our desire, is to satisfy people, be fair and good to them, and let them enjoy it.
You always got good people working for you.
Oh yeah, we just
helpful.
Super people.
They
Just
really
people.
are good folks.
Yeah.
Okay, now we were talking about game cameras. Before we go into game cameras, let's go and talk about that. Then we're going to talk about hunting.
Okay.
Let's go and talk about game
a
cameras.
great gift for an outdoorsman, and not only an outdoorsman, but people now are buying game cameras for security. They buy them because they want to take pictures of birds or whatever in their yard, and they're just a great thing. And I have about as much fun with my game camera as I do hunting, because I can't hardly wait to see what's there.
Yeah.
And it's always a good thing to have pictures of your hunting spot where you're going to hunt and know there's something there. If you put a camera out week after week after week, you don't see anything. You're not going to waste your time going there. You're going to go somewhere else. So I just really enjoy these, and they're very, very popular. And we carry probably a dozen different brands. We probably got a couple of hundred of these cameras down at
Do
different
you really
brands.
got that
Yeah.
many?
We
Wow.
sell a lot of them, especially right now at Christmas time.
And now,
at hunting
have you seen over the years, I know you started using them a while back, have you seen a pattern of the same deer coming in and out?
Oh,
over the year?
yeah.
You can sort of start
Yeah.
recognizing your deer.
You can look back from last year's pictures and see this deer, he's getting bigger. And that's another good thing, let them grow a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, let
Yes.
them go, let them grow. And another thing now that's been a lot of improvements in is this thing that you can watch your pictures in. You can walk into where you take the card out, stick it right in here, and see this. And it's a good size, and you can. It really makes it nice.
Yes. You can see them
And
right
you
there
can
on the
delete
spot.
the bad pictures and put your card back in, and that's a good thing. The last thing I brought here was workshop. These are knife sharpeners. It'll sharpen just about anything, serrated knives or anything. They make two models, and they have little motors in them with a little sandpaper belt going around.
Uh-huh.
And you just stick them in. They make a larger model that will do axes and anything else.
Okay.
So these have been really popular, and I really recommend it. People are always coming in the shop and they say, I can't sharpen my knife. Well, I sharpen knives all the time for people.
I didn't know you had a knife sharpening business.
We do
You're trying to
everything,
do-
but we sharpen knives. But if people get these, it's very simple. You got a little slot you put your blades in, and it gets the correct edge on there. Most people don't know how to get the correct edge. They get a rounded edge on a knife. You got to have a straight V edge to get that thing really sharp. So
Yeah.
a workshop is a nice Christmas gift.
And you're talking about on our bigger tools too, like the bayonet and over the
Yeah.
machete and things like
Yeah,
that.
the big one, larger model of this will do machetes or an axe or anything.
Yeah, see small axes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we just let them get dull and just say, well,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take care of that next year. Next year.
A dull knife is dangerous.
Yes, they are. Well, that's quite a selection of stuff.
Yeah, we're ready. We're trying to get everybody else ready.
And of course, you got plenty of guns.
We got plenty of guns, and gun sales are still doing well.
Gun sales have been phenomenal last few
It
years.
is, yes, it is, and that's a good thing.
Yes, it is a good thing. And really, you need more than one gun.
That's right.
I'm serious. You really do.
The old ad, how many
Well,
guns do you need? Just
well,
one more.
Yeah, one more. Because you shoot birds, you shoot squirrels, you shoot
That's right.
all kinds of different things, and all. Then you have
You need
self-
rifles, shotguns, and pistols.
and you got a pistol for protection. And,
That's right.
And really, it's amazing. Oh, what about archery? How's it coming?
Archery's doing well, and crossbows have really come on strong now, and it's gotten a lot of people into that type hunting that cannot handle a regular bow, because of their shoulders or age or something. So crossbows have really pepped up the archery business.
It really has, and I've noticed it phenomenal the last 3 to 4 years where the young people are really starting to enjoy it again. once they're
Archery
exposed to it.
archery is such a popular sport,
Yeah.
and from being coaching and everything and teaching that so many people enjoy it. I mean, people that you'd never think, I want to shoot a bow. We have little old ladies come in, it's what you got that I could play with, and I just
Yeah.
want to do something in the backyard. You don't have to hunt. It's just a good sport. It's a family sport.
I tell them, I have 18-year-old kids, and they come out and start doing that like little third graders. They're
Yeah.
just flat out enjoying. They'd be giggling, and the guys be like, watch this, and there's a lot of good, fun
That's
things.
right.
And I just could, every year I was just fascinated with their reaction to archery because
Archery is so
they've
popular.
never been exposed to it. That's why I've told my viewers, if possible, get the kids some kind of beginning archery set or
Right.
something just to
Yeah.
get started because that's something that they can do it all their lifetime.
We have a lot of archers around here that travel all over the country in tournaments.
Yeah, Dennis Massey and some
Dennis
of those.
Massey and
Yeah, he's
Oscar
good.
Westbrook, and those boys are good. They win tournaments all around. They go to, I don't think they go to California and
I
everywhere
saw
else.
some pictures where they'll have a state championship, a Southeastern,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
National Archery Associations, and I may get them on the show in January or February.
Yeah, that'd be good. They're knowledgeable and
Yeah.
great guys.
Yeah. One thing we talked about too, Ronnie, getting back to little gifts and all, I was there in October, and it was my grandson's birthday, and I was looking for a little knife for him because somehow, when he was little, he just liked knives, like
Yeah.
so many little boys.
It's like archery. These kids love it.
And we started, so each year I get him a little knife around Christmas or birthday, and he got a little collection. You said the same thing, your grandson.
My grandson, up in Birmingham, he every time he comes down, I give him a knife, and he's got a collection. And his mother said he has one right by his bed he sleeps with every night.
Yeah, you don't have a big knife like there's little knives.
Right,
There's
little
so
pocket
many,
knives.
There's so many different sizes and all. And
Let me show
you got one right here, matter of fact.
You know, I've got a store full of knives, and what do I carry? This little old knife right here.
Look at
Just
that.
a little inexpensive but a good knife.
And one blade.
It does what I want.
Yeah. You cut open a lot of packages and
Yeah, but I do have a couple more I take hunting. You know, they make such specialized knives now, gutting knives, skinning knives, caping knives, or just any kind of knife you want. They make automatic knives. You mash a button, the blade pops out. And it's just a variety of knives.
I was surprised to see those caping knives, how good they are, specialized.
And if you get a good quality knife and a good sharpener like this, it's amazing how efficient you can be at cleaning a deer and how fast you can clean a deer.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to take a final break, come back, talk a little bit about where to find that big buck this time of year. Welcome back. So here with Ronnie Groom from C&G Sporting Goods. Let's look at fishing game times for today. Only got one time for today, right in the middle of the day, 12:24 to 2:24. Be a good time to sit in a tree stand right there at lunch.
You know, I went yesterday and the time was not good, and I didn't see a deer.
There you go. You should have checked with me.
But I go anyway.
I know. That's the thing about it. Don't get too locked up on these times. You go when you can go.
When you can get a chance.
That's true.
Right.
We're talking about how things change in hunting and fishing and all. And one of the things that people don't talk a lot about is deer processing. Back in the day that we talk about so much back in the day, we just shot a deer and then we cleaned it and hung it from a tree or tailgate or whatever and cleaned our own
Yeah,
deer.
we used to do everything, you know.
We don't do that much anymore.
No, it's so simple to take it to a processor and
Put
pick it up frozen.
Take it down to the processor
That's right.
and package it up for me.
And we've got, you know, several around here. You'd be surprised how many people and how many deer they process every year.
And they keep a record of it. And
Right.
you know, each community we're talking, I know back up and around the Gaston County area, a guy named Faison used to be the only guy in the whole area, and everybody's at first said, "Why you got to pay somebody to do that?" It's funny how it sort of evolved.
Yeah, he was a butcher and got into that altogether.
That's right, and he was good. And so we started to take it to him every now and then. Daddy wasn't very proud of us for doing that, but we would do it when he did. When my dad didn't hunt with us, we'd take it. If he hunted with us, we had to clean it. But anyway, every community had some kind of deer process.
And you know, they're so good now. You can get your sausage made with the scraps, and you can get hamburger meat, and you can get steaks and roast.
Yeah.
And the sausage they make now, they've got a variety of types of sausage. You can get it mixed with pork. You know, they'll put it 50-50 or however you want it mixed with pork, or you can get it sweet, or any kind of sausage you want. They've got a recipe for it.
Yeah. And it's always, I always enjoy giving some away.
That's right.
And
People it's like giving away mullets, you know, people love it.
I know it. I got Jeff, our producer back here, his freezer about getting empty, so he's bragging me already about getting him some deer meat this Christmas.
Fix Jeff up. He needs some good deer meat.
I know. Well, let's talk about hunting and all. Like I say, you've hunted your area a long time. You've got a good deer population. About when does it really get good?
Usually my favorite time to hunt is from the middle of January through the end of the season, which is the end of February.
Okay.
That's when the rut goes on, and really I go when I can, anytime.
Now you're already starting to see, and I showed some pictures yesterday. You're already starting to see some guys talking about bucks and all. They're already getting some nice.
Yeah,
bucks.
We've had some entered our contest down at C&G, and by the way, if anybody wants to enter that, just come down and sign up. Doesn't cost anything, and you may win a free head mount or some gift certificates.
Some really nice stuff. But remember now, you got to register ahead of time.
Right.
And
there's always at the end of the season, somebody has killed a bigger deer than won the contest, and they say, "Man, I wish I'd have registered."
Yeah. And the deer needs to be taken in the Panhandle in this area here.
Yeah,
That's
the areas around Bay County.
Yeah. You can't go to Missouri and bring that big old buck from Missouri.
We had that happen one time. One from Georgia came in.
Yeah, now Ronnie, this ain't his first year deer hunting. He can pretty well tell about bucks from around here. It can't be behind the fenced area, is that right? Or
No, it can't be from behind a high fence.
So and we know we got a certain area where this Panhandle is fenced, and
we try to make it as fair as possible. You know, everybody doesn't have access to the really good hunting.
Yeah.
And but we try to make it fair.
What's fun about this area? You can deer hunt down in the river swamp down there in the river swamp, or you can have your own land up here or lease it, and it's just all kind of land.
We got a lot of management areas, and we got Tyndall Air Force Base. You know, we were very fortunate to live in Panama City. You've got good fishing, fresh water, salt water, good hunting. You know, what more could you want?
Yeah. Speaking of Tyndall, did you see a picture of that big buck last year taken off Tyndall?
Yeah.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
We have some good deer around here. You know, the people that let them grow.
Yeah.
You can't take out all your young ones, you know. And I'm not against youngsters shooting whatever, but if you really want trophy deer, and I'm not particularly a trophy hunter, I like to shoot a nice deer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a fish. I like to catch nice big fish.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, whatever satisfies you and makes you happy, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Obey the game laws.
Right, and you're right. You just got it's a deer management. It's as simple as that. And a lot of times you sort of caught in a situation, if you got neighbors and all going to shoot anything, you sort of in a bind. But if y'all can all come in agreement and say 4-point a bet or 6-point a bet or whatever, and have a gentleman's agreement, or if you own lease and all, you got to.
We set our own rules in my lease.
What's your rule?
Our rule is 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Okay.
And people say, well, how do you know it's 3.5? Well, there's a $100 fine if you shoot one that's not 3.5. And after 1 or 2 fines, you'll begin to realize what 3.5 is.
Start looking at some pictures, won't you?
Yeah, you got to be a little wider in his ears and, you know, hefty looking.
That's a good rule.
And
ideal if people talk about that. I know a 5-year-old buck is ideal to take, because it really is. And they're mature by then, they've bred by then, and they'll start going downhill.
Yeah, and you know, if you got a youngster coming there that's never killed a deer, and let him shoot a 5-inch spike or something, you know, that's a trophy to him.
It's a thrill. It's an unforgettable thrill, you know, in the outdoors. Well,
that's right.
Well, Ronnie, we're going to start wrapping up. As always, thank you so much, and run down there and get those stocking stuffers, or y'all still got a lot of stuff down there.
We got piles of stuff, and we got good warm stuff too in camo if you need.
You got a lot of mounts and all, but that place not a museum.
No.
It's not a museum. All right, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
All
Enjoyed it, buddy.
All right, folks, always we appreciate the viewership, appreciate our sponsors like Ronnie and the folks at C&G. So run by and give a local business some business. So do something good for your fellow man today, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.